the borough president. He has the dedication and tenacity to make the significant difference from conducting borough-wide business and education summits to walking these mean streets against gun violence. He negotiates on behalf of the interests of his constituents by supporting improved living wages to negotiating for the establishment of a healthy foods headquarters. Of extreme importance to him is the health of the people of the Bronx. He's greatly respected and admired throughout the state of New York. I could go on and on. In other words, the borough president is determined to make a significant difference in spite of the difficulties he has to overcome to succeed. A lot still has to be done, but with his resolve and steadfast dedication, his legacy will prevail. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the most honorable Ruben Diaz Jr., our borough president, and a man in whom we can be truly proud.
How is the Bronx doing? To my partner at Borough Hall, the wonderful, the eloquent, the ever sagacious, the Deputy Borough President, ladies and gentlemen, Avril. I know that there was a long list of individuals who have come and traveled from across the city to be with us here today. And I want to thank each and every single one of you for being with us here today. But there are a number of people that I want to mention who are extremely important to me. And one of them is probably the most important person, because without her, I wouldn't be on this earth. And that is Mommy, my mother. Hilda, Mommy, can you please stand up? The other person who is serving us well in New York City, my brother could not be here today, but my sister is with us here today. Damaris, would you please take a bow? And then while we're working and we do long hours, and those of you who are in elective office know that it's extremely tough on the spouses. This young lady not only understands me and she supports me, but she's given me the best two things in my life, and those are my sons. And that's none other than my sweetheart, my wife, Hilda. First lady. And then, of course, there are two young men who are here. My oldest is in second year in school, couldn't make it down. But my youngest is here. I call him my baby. He doesn't like that. Ryan. Ryan, could you please say hello to everyone? And my nephew, who's making the family proud at Fordham Prep. Right here in the beautiful borough, Billy Kiley. want to welcome everyone to God's country, and we know that it is God's country. In fact, straight from the Vatican, now we have Timothy Cardinal Dolan, who is here in the Bronx today, and we need to congratulate Cardinal Dolan for his ascension. Today, for the third time, we join to recount our past year of working together to make our shared home, the Bronx, a better place to live, to work, and to raise a family. This past year, we spent a great amount of our collective time and effort advancing a bold agenda for the future of the borough on economic development, on education, on transportation, and across the many issues that face our neighborhoods. We said we would bring new business to our borough to take advantage of our underutilized assets and grow our economy in a smart, sustainable way, and we have. We said we would put forward a real plan for the future of our city's public schools, and we are. We said we would change the way business is done in the city by ensuring that taxpayer handouts are used not only to enrich developers, but to enrich everyday New Yorkers as well, and we did. We are executing a holistic vision for the current and future development of our borough. One focused on intelligent investments that make sense not only for individual neighborhoods, but for the entire borough. Through comprehensive planning and community collaboration, we are reshaping the Bronx and advancing a strong agenda for its future. Now, where better to begin than with our borough's flourishing green economy, which has been the cornerstone of my administration. We have made it our policy that we will not fund a project unless it complies with green industry standards. This increases the demand for green jobs and supplies and drives the green economy in our borough. But it also ensures a healthier Bronx. Our commitment to a greener, healthier borough continued this year. My administration leveraged almost $6 million in capital funding into hundreds of units of housing, including for senior citizens at Hunts Point and home ownership opportunities at the Villa Verde Co-ops on Brook Avenue. Now, the project on Brook Avenue, which was highlighted in the New York Times as a leading model of sustainable development, will offer state-of-the-art living space for Bronx residents with an eye towards a healthier environment. But it gets even better. This year, not only did we put our funding dollars into worthy green projects, we recruited a major green manufacturer to Hunts Point. I say this because back in November, I was so proud to announce that Smith Electric, an all-electric truck manufacturer that's based in Missouri, is moving their operations to the Bronx. That's thanks to the efforts of my administration and the Bronx Overall Economic Development Corporation and Marlene Citron. Would you please rise and be recognized for the good work that you're doing? Thank you, Marlene. Not only does Smith Electric represent a major manufacturer choosing the Bronx as its new home, but the move will also create more than 100 green jobs right here in our borough. Now, Smith Electric will need customers to purchase those trucks, and we have already begun negotiations with our newest Bronx neighbor, Fresh Direct. We have secured a strong written agreement with Fresh Direct, one that will secure jobs for Bronx residents, a greener environment, and stimulate the economic activity throughout the entire borough. Not only will Fresh Direct bring 3,000 jobs, total jobs to the Bronx, they will expand their business to neighborhoods across the borough. Over the next 5 years, Fresh Direct plans to convert their entire delivery fleet to a cleaner and greener one. You see, one day it is my hope to see a fleet of zero-emission Fresh Direct trucks built by Bronxites and driven by Bronxites. I don't know, but to me, this sounds like a major victory for all of us in the Bronx. To top it off, in Hunts Point, we will soon see an alternative fuel station, one that will offer services to electric vehicles, thanks to the collaborative efforts between my office and the city's Economic Development Corporation. And I don't know if Seth Pinsky is here, but I just want to give a special shout out to my friend Seth Pinsky for all of the work that he's doing. Let's give him a strong round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, do you see how things are coming together? These three projects join together perfectly. This is smart economic development, and this is just the beginning. Since we arrived at Borough Hall, our BIC, the lending arm of the BOEC, has lent more than $33 million. That money has been leveraged into $88 million in new investments and more than 1,200 new jobs. These numbers are so significant that the BIC has been recognized by Cranes New York as one of the top lenders, not just in New York City, but throughout the entire state of New York. And I just want to recognize Madeline Marquez. Where's Madeline? Let's give Madeline Marquez a strong round of applause. We have changed the way business is done in the Bronx, and it shows. Major companies are making their way to our borders to take advantage of our able workforce. In the past 3 years, we have seen unprecedented interest in the Bronx and a major influx of private development dollars into our borough. For example, Metropolitan Realty Associates has announced that it will build a major new facility at the site of the former Stella D'Oro cookie factory. This project will include several high-level national retailers, will serve as a major traffic hub for the entire Broadway commercial corridor, and create more than 400 jobs in the process. Across the Bronx, but just down the block from us today, Prestige Properties has announced the imminent expansion of the existing retail mall at Bay Plaza, the first such construction in New York City in almost 40 years. This mall will be anchored by a new Macy's department store. I know that Jeff Dinowitz would like that. And is expected to create more than 2,000 construction jobs, along with more than 1,700 permanent jobs. It will also provide a new shopping opportunity for Bronx residents and visitors from across the region. We are rewriting our history through new development as well. Now, many of you here in this audience, do you recall when former United States President Jimmy Carter visited the West Farm section back in 1977? What he witnessed was a blighted, rundown Charlotte Street. Urban decay. I know that Adolfo who's here remembers and spoke about this a lot. They wrote us off, but today, ladies and gentlemen, that area is filled with dozens of beautiful private homes.